What's up, YouTube? YuGiOh Tube, and we have yet another PSA submission. This one, 100 cards, 100 cards in bulk. Let's get right into it. This is the preview. This is what we're sending off. So as we can see, there's a lot of good stuff here. Let's start with the Raigeki. The Raigeki LOB, Legend of Blue Eyes, first edition. Coming up next, we have Curse of Dragon, first edition, LOB. And coming up next is Polymerization, LOB, first edition. By the way, you know, just try and disregard this finger that's basically chopped off. I got into a fight with Yami Yugi. No, I'm just kidding, a big grizzly bear. No, I'm just kidding. PSA, actually, and I won. Here's Swords of Revealing Light, first edition, LOB. And next we have the right arm of the Forbidden One, Exodia. Here we have Graceful Charity. Very nice classic card. Here is Exodia, the Forbidden One, DDS. And again, thanks everybody for sticking with me. I know I haven't uploaded as much as I'd want to. I appreciate everything, you guys, so far. Here's Kazijin, Metal Raiders, first edition. Here is Horn of Heaven, first edition. Here is a Black Illusion Ritual for Relinquished. Here's a Toon World. Here's another Toon World. And yet another Toon World. And next is Black Pendant. Love how only the pendant is foil on this. If you notice, the background's not, but the pendant is. Same thing with Confiscation. You could see he's got the chest in Fortnite. He's got the golden scar coming up. Here is a Painful Choice. Magic Ruler. Here is a great one. Spellbinding Circle. Love that card. Love the pop on it. Here is another Spellbinding Circle. Here is the Axe of Despair. Obviously different in the OCG. It actually has a skull face on the axe, but this one, just the normal axe, almost like wooden. Here's another Axe of Despair. Here's a Grave Robber. I think a Joey card in the show. A Dust Tornado. Here's a Goblin Attack Force. I always love this card. I don't know why. 2300 attack, 4-star monster. Pretty epic. Pharaoh's Servant. Here's the Beast of Tall War with those huge blades. Obviously, I got into a fight with this guy, and he won. Here is a Premature Burial. That's his first edition as well. The Japanese card actually has an X here instead, I believe, instead of this little, I don't know, kind of shining light. Here is a Orca Mega Fortress of Darkness. That's a whale. Not the Fortress Whale, just the Fortress of Darkness. That's from Invasion of Chaos. Sticking with Invasion of Chaos, we continue on with Dimension Fusion. Obviously, this one's super off-center. Actually hoping I could get the OC grade on this one. Here is a Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the End. Invasion of Chaos. Great, great card here. Tremendous. And coming up next, an Amplifier for Jinzo. One of the more underrated cards, in my opinion, in all of the game. Just by the artwork. Look at Jinzo. Look at his hands. I mean, he's been lifting. Or she. And we have yet another one. Very cool. And now we have Cybernetic Revolution. Quite a jump here. It's Elemental Hero Bubble Man. Bubble Man. And that is the European print, as you can see by the wavy texture of the foil. Very nice. Very, very nice card. And of course, Phantom Darkness, once a $300+ card at one point. Dark Arm Dragon. This card was one of the biggest cards of the game. Reminds me a lot of Chaos Emperor Dragon, to be honest. And just of how powerful this card was. And coming up next, we have a misprint Maximum 6. Now, this card is an ultra rare, right? You can see the gold lettering, but no foil. So that's very cool. Very, very sweet. I think it might be a rare, actually, in the regular set. I don't know the exact story. I gotta relook that up. But a very cool card. Coming up next, Tournament Pack 4 Megamorph. TP4, tough to find these days. Here's a Fiend Mega Cyber TP4. Here is a Luminous Soldier TP5. He just looks super cool. With that big blade. Looks like a boss of some Zelda game or something. I'm such a nerd, but hey, embrace the nerdity. Judgment of the Pharaoh coming up. YuGiOh looking you right in the eye and pointing at you. Vote for YuGiOh. Coming up with another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Jeez. DJ Khaled. No, that wasn't funny. No, that was awful. I'm horrible with the jokes here today. Here is yet another one. Judgment of the Pharaoh. Now we go on to some ghost rares. Here's a Herald of Perfection. Far from perfect, I believe one of these two cards were for sure. Another Herald of Perfection. You could really see, though, how the ghost rare really makes it look three-dimensional. And you can see the foil actually was a little misprinted here, too. The stars are kind of half foil. So that's really cool. Here's that misprint Blue Eyes White Dragon card. See, the attribute stars are kind of off as well. That is a heck of a card. Heck of a card. And here's a Naturia Barkian. Cool. Another Naturia Barkian. There were some scratches on one of those two. Here's a Mystical Space Typhoon. This one looked real good. So let's hope for a 10 on this one. I would love a Ghost Rare Mystical Space Typhoon in PSA 10. Coming up next, Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment. And another Solemn Judgment. Next. It's actually got some debris. Hold on, let me just get that debris out of here. It's actually must be inside the card saver. So luckily it's not in the penny sleeve, but it's just inside the card saver. Here is a Valkyrion, the Magna Warrior. Centering might not get this the 10. You can see left to right just a tad off here, unfortunately. That's a Retro Pack 2. And we have Dragon Master Knight, Retro Pack 2. This one, super, super centered. Very well centered. So let's hope for the 10 on this one, everybody. Here is another Valkyrion, Retro Pack 2. Very cool. Here's a Treeborn Frog from Dark Revelation 4. Ultra rare. The Japanese one actually has a halo, I believe, on top of his head. So the poor frog. Next up, Dark Magician Green Text. Green Text from Duelist League 11. And another one here. This one, the Blue Text. The Blue Text from Duelist League 11. There's 4 different color texts. None of these have been graded, so I figured why not? They're rare cards. Look at this Red Eyes. Look at this miscut slash off-center, whatever you want to call it. I think miscut Red Eyes Black Dragon. Look at the back. This thing is just freaking sweet. From Legacy, or Legendary Collection, Joey's World. Look how cool that is. So I'm just hoping for, you know, the OC or miscut grade. To be honest, I don't care if it's an 8 miscut. I'm expecting like an 8 or 9 with an off-center slash miscut qualifier on the label. So that's very cool. Very, very cool. Super sweet. So we move on here to Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. This is a Ghost Rare First Edition. Love, love, love this card. Absolutely love it. Here's another one. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Would love a 10 on that. Here is a Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, first edition, Dragons of Legend. Very cool. Just a little bit of foiling, that's how they all are. Oh, and you know what's great about this card? The Eye of the Dragon also is foil. Very cool. Here is another very off-center slash miscut. Look at this card. 1,000 Knives from Premium Pack 4. Look how miscut this is, or off-center. The border is just super thin, so let's hope for that 9 OC. Look at this. That's very cool. I love these kind of cards. They're just so unique. Now we have some magic cylinders. Here's one. Here's two. All these are Japanese Premium Pack 4. The Red Arcana, or Arcana, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that. Dark Magician. Love that one. And we got a few of them. Certainly a few. I just love the art on this. I mean, with the white hair with the red kind of coat. Here's a Dark Magician Girl. As you can see, it's kind of uncensored a little bit there compared to the OCG. Also, the orb is different here as well. It's almost like a pentagram. Is that what it is? Pentagram? I believe so. Cornucopia Head. Dark Magician Girl. Cornucopia Head. Okay. We got a bunch of these. A lot of these weren't centered like I wanted them, though. So, the goal is to get... Like, if I could get half of these as 10s, I'd be, you know, ecstatic. But I'm not really expecting that, so... Unfortunately. Let's see, here's 1,000 Knives. All these are pack fresh. 1,000 Knives again. And Mystic Box, also known as... in Japanese and OCG, it's like almost like Mystical Box of Death. But obviously... Oh, here's a... Dark Magic Curtain, but as you can see, there's the pentagram again. I think that's different in the English TCG. So, very cool there. And I think this one just looks stunning. MAGI Magician, or Great MAGI, or MAGI, I don't know, Magician. But just look at this card. I mean, this thing is phenomenal looking. The artwork is stunning, stellar. I mean, this thing just looks fantastic. Fantastic. So we got 3 of these. These things just look amazing. Amazing. Coming up next, this is the Honest Neos, I believe. That's from the 20th anniversary pack. Pulled on the channel. Looks very well centered. Great foil pop. Look at this. I mean, stunning card. Secret Parallel rare with rainbow all throughout. Very nice. And here we have some Ghost Rare Blue Eyes White Dragons. This is not the 20th anniversary pack version with the foil throughout the card. This is the original, the Rarity Collection 1 version. The much rarer version, and to be honest, I like it a lot better. A lot simpler, not too much foil here. Just simple nostalgia. And look at the eye. You can see the eye really just foils. It's very, very cool. I know it's hard to capture on this, but in person, absolutely stunning card. Stunning. 3 of those. They're hitting like 150 each now. Here's a first edition Nidoking. That should grade low. These should all grade low. Blastoise Shadowless. A Charizard Shadowless. A Charizard Shadowless. Here's a... as you saw on the mail day, a Shining Gyarados. Triple Star. Very cool card. Little OC. Thinking it's going to get the 9, unfortunately, but a great looking card. A Blastoise Plasma Blast. Or Plasma Storm. This has a shot at a 10, I think. So, it has a great shot at a 10. Let's hope it gets it. And, of course, this was in my mail day. The Gold Star Charizard. Great, great centering. Top to bottom, left to right. It looks 50-50 all over the place. And the back, overall, pretty solid. You know, the sky's the limit for this. I'm just going to be pessimistic and say an 8. But I think an 8 is realistic. But, you know, I like to underestimate everything. Here's an Anthony Rizzo Red Sox rookie card. And that will do it. YuGiOh Tube. Until next time, signing out. Have a great day. And more videos to come. Thanks for everybody who's been sticking with me in my channel. I appreciate it. Until next time, YuGiOh Tube, signing out.